Hello, 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 my friends. Your boys Seth here, taking a look at the CUB, which just released on the Nintendo Switch. I've been looking forward to this for a while. I want to send a big thanks to the publisher who passed along a code for us to check this game out and show y'all the Nintendo Switch version of the game. Yeah, I've been a big fan of Demagogue Studio, the developers. Really loved their game Golf Club Wasteland, which takes place in the same universe as this. I think they recently renamed it to Golf Club Nostalgia, and they've got another game coming out called High Water. I think it was already out on like Netflix Mobile, but it's coming to other stuff later this year. Yeah, I'm just a big fan of like this whole universe, so I'm excited to dig in and see what's going on here. This is like a post-apocalypse sort of thing. And we're just getting straight into it, it looks like. Okay. Can confirm, it passes the old man test. You can use the D-pad to move, so that's always good. Oh, that was cool, that little foreground rat there. I don't know how much this is coming through on the video, but it definitely has that kind of like, I don't really know how to describe it. That's sort of like 24 frame, that sort of Into the Spider-Verse look. I dig it. Okay, hold ZR to push and pull small objects. Okay. Okay. Gotta jump, we gotta double jump. Whoops. I was seeing if there was something else down there. Alright. Ah. Here we go. So this was a huge calling card of Golf Club Wasteland / Golf Club Nostalgia. And I don't know how this is specifically going to tie into that game. There was a character like this in Golf Club Wasteland, so I don't know if this is supposed to be the same character or not, but Radio Nostalgia from Mars was a big part of that game, and I'm happy to see it return in this. Sort of a fictional radio show, like with music and interviews and really, really good stuff. And I suspect, much like Golf Club Wasteland, I bet this is also going to be like wordless except for the radio. These wolves look friendly. Sure. I do love the... Oh, well, never mind.
Died in the lake. Plants yellowed. Birds stopped singing. There was thunder, but no rain. You call this period the Great Ecological Catastrophe. I heard my mother's heartbeat as she carried me to Alphaville. People chased us. I remember her driving and bison running by. Then we reached the flooded city with refugees in rubber boats. Suddenly, I couldn't find Mama. I was scared and alone. I'll never know whether she
I'll explain after this cutscene.
I only remember the rockets leaving for Mars. That night, the fighting started. I ran deep into the forest. A she-wolf found me and raised me with her cubs. People who didn't make it into the rockets were dying in combat and from the mutating environment. But we, the orphans and animals, didn't fight. Instead, together we adapted to nature that grew out of the rubble. Many moons passed, and then one day, some humans returned.
Yep.
They called themselves Martians. They flew around dressed in yellow. They went hunting and played golf. I would steal their golf balls for fun.
Okay.
It really upset them. Then one day, I found a dead Martian. I took off his helmet and put it on. There was music playing in it. After years of only speaking wolf, I listened to the Martian radio and learned human language again. After the group left, one full moon later, I was chasing a tasty bug when another spaceship with new Martians arrived. It soon became clear they were trouble.
Okay. So context is needed here. Okay, son of no one. Okay, let me see.
Greetings, all you Tesla City Martians out there.
See, I don't want to interrupt radio nostalgia from Mars.
The show for those who miss a morning run in the park, slurping minestrone soup, sailing with the wind in their hair, singing in unison with thousands of people at a music concert, or smelling the coming rain.
Such a big part of this game.
The show for the long lost days of Earth.
Okay, context. So, the setup of this world, right? The Golf Club Wasteland was really sort of it's a post-apocalyptic story, right? You can see like the cityscape, you see these mines and stuff. You know, like it's really about like the total collapse of the world because humans kind of like ruined the world and left for Mars, which, you know, pretty prescient, kind of what we're doing now. These you know, they explained some of this in the intro cutscene, but there were people left behind. There were people in those rubber boats, which that is a reference to High Water, the other game in this universe. So it's really cool. You're kind of seeing the way they're planting the connective tissue between these three games, all in very different genres. Because Golf Club Wasteland was a sort of like, it's a golf game, but like it's also kind of like a adventure game a little bit. This is a platformer. High Water, I think, is like a turn-based strategy game. So I don't know. I really dig what this studio's doing with this IP. With radio nostalgia from Mars kind of being in the center of it all. I'm gonna avoid that, I guess. No, thank you. It feels pretty good. Like the platforming is pretty like tight feeling, but even if the animation's maybe a little janky. I had 1 out of 11 burps. Ah, renowned Alphaville Post investigative journalist is missing. Okay, we got some collectibles in the world. That's cool. Whoops. Yikes. I guess I should be double jumping more.
Starting off the show with Son of No One, a song I'm fairly certain resonates with many of us victims of the Earth out here in the stuffy depths of space. Speaking of stuffy air, please don't attempt to open portal windows to let some fresh air in. It's unbelievable that we have to mention this, but we're living in pressurized domes, people. Breathing recycled air is just the new normal. In totally unrelated news, the memorial of Baroness von Wilhelmschild will be held in private, and the family
Can I still get up here?
gold diggers and paparazzi to respectfully stay away from the funeral ceremony being held in the Section C cafeteria on Deck 3 at 7 p.m. dome time. Alright, On with the show.
Nice. Whoop. Yeah, it feels pretty good. I like, this is another thing that was in Golf Club Wasteland. Whenever you're underground, you don't get reception, obviously. So that's kind of a neat little attention to detail. Whoops. It feels like fairly good to, you know, to move around, so that's good. Look at this. Oh, I was hoping I could get up there. I also, I don't expect this game to be super duper long, so I'm probably not going to show off too much so as not to spoil the entire experience, but we'll get a little, you know, we'll get a little decent taste. I don't want to miss anything down here, though. I feel like I went where the game wanted me to go too quickly. Do y'all ever do that? Like where I'm just like, let me just make sure that I didn't miss something down here first, especially on this plane. This plane looks sus, right? Yep. I knew it. Like, what's going on over here? What is this? Luxury, 1 out of 7. Yeah, so in Golf Club Wasteland, like, the rich people could come back to the, you know, the ruins of Earth in Alphaville to play golf. You've crashed in hostile territory near the suspected enemy bunker. Closest allies are 15 clicks west, estimating you have approximately 17 minutes to reach a safe distance. Alphaville is 100 clicks east. There's like a ton of collectibles, eh? Music is still really good. Radio Nostalgia for Mars is, again, it's a huge draw of these games. And I haven't played, like I said, Highwater I think is on Netflix Mobile. And I think it's coming to other things later this year, including Switch. So I'll be curious. I'm sure Radio Nostalgia for Mars is in some way. Oh god, I hate crocodiles, dude. I'm not a fan of crocodiles whatsoever. No, thank you. Look at the backgrounds. I really do love the art style of the game, and I do like this sort of like, yeah, the way the frame, like the frame pacing is. I think it works. Again, there's a little bit of like jank, but still pretty good. No thank you. Well, got hit by that. How do I avoid that? Just back up? Nope. Alright, we did it. You just run. Just run fast enough, you'll get away. It's pretty readable. I mean, like, you know, not really lost or wondering where to go.
Ah, a little toddler pop there, taking us back to the days of late-stage capitalism at its finest. Child labor never sounded so sweet. On that note, it's time for another story, a look back at life on the open road, and a look
ambushed by insurgents, managed to retreat and regroup. 3 KIA, 2 MIA. There's no drinking water in regions controlled by the insurgents. On our way back to Alphaville in time for the Hope mission.
Crying while riding a Harley Davidson is the actual meaning of life.
Agreed.
I'm serious. I tried to recreate that feeling here on Mars. So I took a Tesla City delivery EVA for a spin on the Planitia Plains, but it's like driving a janky VR simulation. It made me miss riding my motorcycle, my Jolene, even more.
Jolene, like the Dolly
35
Parton song?
30 days in the blistering heat of July, I took a 4,600-mile trip
Oh
across
God.
America. We set off from California, we zigzagged up and down the country.
Oh, that's a nice little
18
detail.
states all the way up to New York City, where I was to take over my father's company.
Underwater, the sounds muffle. It's pretty good. I can't tell if there's like a breath mechanic. Like, can I just stay under here forever?
While my mind was this constant barrage of compulsive thoughts,
Oh no, the screen definitely gets darker. Yeah, you see that? The screen for sure kind of...
am I drinking enough water? Am I hydrating? The bigger picture stuff of why am I doing this and what is life about anyway didn't come until later.
Oh God, no thank you. No thank you. No, no, no. That's terrible. No.
Temperatures you wouldn't believe. Some mornings I'd have sweat dripping from my elbows before we even set off.
I have some people make fun of me for being afraid of crocodiles. I'm like, yo, I think that's a completely reasonable fear. Crocodiles are dinosaurs that just still walk among us and everybody acts like it's normal and okay. It's not okay.
Physically overcome much more than I thought.
What's going on over here?
So after that rite of passage,
Are these just like hot towels?
company.
Okay.
Being an entire brand,
Yeah, Orinoco CEO Jeff Bozo says Alphaville bound delivery supply disrupted by insurgents. I wonder who that could be referencing.
Among the last representatives of
Symbiosis announces its GMO formula solves world hunger. Oh yeah, I bet it does.
aside from this high-minded idealism, life has no meaning. Because of these damn EVA suits, there's no wind on the highway here. No open air solitude
Whoops.
that makes you feel one
Yeah.
with the world like back on Earth. On Mars, even if you manage to get outside, you're still trapped in the bubble of your own stale air. No matter where you go, isolation clings to you. Unlike the open road, it's an experience of void, nothingness. There's no dancing asphalt in the heat, and no neon-lit diners, and 2 a.m. omelettes with green bell peppers and yellow cheddar with a side of burnt hash browns, greasy bacon and black coffee. Instead, there's this barren rock and strictly limited oxygen levels and sterile domes. We live in bubbles within bubbles. I admire how far we've come and how resilient we are, but I wonder,
Alright, we did it.
maybe we're just calling out.
Whoops. I thought that was my own reflection. I didn't realize that was an enemy. My bad.
And now the greater questions are looming. What are we really doing here? What is our future? And what will the meaning of life be for my kids?
Man. Thought I was clear.
I miss my Jolene. That's all. Thanks for listening.
Thank you for taking us on that ride with you, Brianna. Your story is an inspiration for all and reminds us to face our difficulties head on.
They were like, we're gonna make sure you hear this. We took the trouble to design this like muffling thing. You're gonna hear it.
Remember that there's some psychedelic rock for the road.
There's no going down there. That's all electricity down there. It's all bad. Okay. As long as y'all aren't, as long as y'all mind your business over there. Whoops. Dang it. I also, again, it's also hard to tell if I'm going like the intended way or not. I want to go off the beaten path. I want to get all the little collectibles. I don't know about y'all. I'm a big sucker for like collectibles. I love going off the beaten path. No! Okay, one thing to keep in mind, if you push, I think it looks like if you push down on the D-pad, you actually will, like, dismount the thing that you're currently on. Like, that seems like that is a way to do it. Nice. Definitely a little bit of, well, okay. I don't know what I was supposed to do there. Definitely a little, like, jank. A little, like, framiness. From time to time, but nothing too bad. Oh, okay. Wait, what? 1 second I was on it, the next second I wasn't. Come on now. At least one thing that is nice, and this was true of Golf Club Wasteland as well. No! When you die, the penalty for it is, I mean, practically non-existent. Like, there's so many checkpoints, and you reload back in so quickly, it's really not that big of a deal. Alright, there we go. I'm on it now. Alright, we found some stuff. Hey, the Jungle Book. For the strength of the pack is the wolf, and the strength of the wolf is the pack. Yeah. As if it wasn't obvious what they were doing here. Purple Bear loves you. Hugs 1 out of 8. Charlie, I wish you the best of luck on your flight to Mars, and thank you for your kind invitation. All those people, members of the Alphaville board and their families, count on your piloting skills. Look at you, a real hero. But I won't be joining the Hope mission. Instead, I'm back in my mountain house. Unlike you, my stargazing friend, I'm an earthling through and through. I'll stay put. Wouldn't miss this terrestrial show for anything in the world. Bon voyage, mon ami, Pete. Good that it is contextual, based on, like, if you encounter something that you can push or pull, the game lets you know. It doesn't just, like, let you struggle and figure it out, I guess. Aw, bird. Architectural diarrhea. Alphaville's main monthly magazine about architecture and interior design. Follow our social media and watch our vlogs with exclusive peeks into celebrity homes. Not leaving my cage, welp. Yeah, I guess you picked that up from your owner, eh? Are we gonna watch a telenovela within the CUB? No.
Ah, blue skies, warm days, the long.
Apparently there's 11 of those.
On Earth. Will we ever return?
Uh-oh.
Stay tuned for more on that. Up next, some music to meditate, mediate, and procreate. We made it. We're safe here on Mars. We are the alpha and omega of humanity. With the aid of Omas, of course. Pure calm in a can.
I think I remember the mention of Omas in Golf. That sounds familiar. Now I'm being chased by, like, pink bees. Ugh. No! They almost got me. Thought we were safe for a second. Looks like no. Come on, y'all. Are y'all like real bees? You don't like water? Oh, Jesus. They like get into your helmet? That's pretty gruesome. Okay. Let's do this again. I wonder if I can duck into the water and maybe they'll pass over me. Okay. Got a little more distance on him this time, at least. Alright, let's see what happens. We're almost there. There isn't like a sprint. Does that work? It does work. Cool. Are y'all good? Some like irradiated bison? Is that what that is? Yeah, the art and animation is pretty excellent. Oh, nice. Bunch of people trying to get over the wall. Hey, is this the bug I was looking for? Delicious. Wow. Nice. Well, they couldn't have given me a more perfect place to end off the video. I still feel sick. You're just adapting to gravity. Isn't it beautiful? We have so much to discover. Let's walk around. A game of golf, maybe? Sure. Bet on a month's supply of water?
I crouched near 3 members of your Martian expedition. The rest of your group were out in the field. I hoped to make friends, but when you saw me, you froze. Stopped picking plants and whispered among yourselves.
Yeah, I think this must be the same character from Golf Club Wasteland. The same little kid.
Amazed that I could breathe without a suit. You rushed towards me, so I ran. You really thought you could hunt me down?
Kid in the mine. Okay. Oh wow, you get to actually see like their faces. Impossible. It's Richards from the last expedition. How's it breathing without gear? We have to catch it and find out. Where did it go? Into the mine, quick, after it. I don't know if this is about to become like a chase sequence.
Nostalgia from Mars.
Probably. In any case, oh, that's great. The pause menu of the kid, like very Calvin and Hobbes vibes there. What's up with the cave? Oh, this is like a collection of the things that you can find. Okay. I gotcha. Okay. Well, we'll go back to the main menu then, I think, in that case, because I don't want to... yeah, I think that's where we'll end this particular video. I don't want to give away too much. I don't know how long the game is. I'm assuming it's not all that long. But this is really cool. I really love this little like universe that Demagogue has built here. I really want to play Highwater. I'm looking forward to playing the rest of this and kind of seeing where the story goes. I think as a platformer, if I'm being honest, like it feels good. Like the movement feels good. The double jump feels good. Like it feels like a good, tight, well-made platformer. If I had a critique, like, yeah, there's a little bit of like jankiness, you know, sometimes like with the animation every now and then. I felt like I was, you know, not making jumps that I should have, or things weren't kind of feeling or connecting the way I felt they should have or whatever. But, you know, even if you do sort of like flub a jump, like the checkpoints are so plentiful that you're never really in danger of losing too much progress, which I think is also smart. And like, really, like the art and the animation here is really sort of beautiful and high standard, and the you know, radio nostalgia from Mars alone is such a massive draw to these games. So the fact that it returns, I think, is great. So yeah, I can't wait to play the rest of this. Tune into our podcast. We do a weekly Nintendo podcast every single week called All N, a Nintendo Podcast. Links to the show are in the video description if you want to hear even deeper thoughts on the CUB, because I'm sure we'll be chatting about this on the podcast. There's also a purchase link in the video description if you want to check this out for yourself. It's on a massive launch window discount, this game. It's available, I think, for like half off until February 9th, at least here in US. So I think that puts it at like $7.49 or something crazy like that. Seems very well worth that price. So again, links for that to the eShop page for it are in the video description as well. Highly recommend you check it out. Huge thanks again to the publisher who provided us the copy of the game for review. And yeah, before you head out, if you would, like and subscribe and all that fun stuff. If you love Nintendo video content like this, you're in the right place. And we appreciate you. Until the next video, guys. Bye-bye.